Pokemon Phax.
For the longest time, Dratini admired her siblings and yearned to evolve into a dragonair herself. But then she would cast a sidelong glance at her parents and curse her own lineage. She loved her parents, but like many young people, she dreaded turning into them, especially when they looked like dopey fat tangerines with bat wings. She privately contacted her physician to see if there's anything she could do to change her evolution. Dratini wondered if it was possible to turn into a Milotic or an Alolan Ninetales instead of an orange beach ball with fly swatters. Unfortunately, modern science wasn't advanced enough for such procedure. Dratini felt her livelihood dip more and more each and every day. She thought perhaps accepting her reality was for the best, but it only made her feel more hollow inside. Like an empty husk, pretending to be full of vigor and excitement for the inevitabilities of life. This is what it meant to be an adult, she thought. Then she heard about an experimental surgery through dubious back channels. It was still in the early stages of development, but it involved splicing Ditto DNA. In theory, it would allow you to configure your body into whatever form you wanted, but the success rate of the surgery currently stood at 8%, and there was a chance that she'd remain the same, or change into an unexpected, irreversible form. It wasn't ideal, but it also wouldn't cost her a dime since they were looking for volunteers. Dratini kept playing with her food as she weighed her options, causing her family to worry. They pried into the matter in a playful manner, until Dratini started to cry into her plate of chicken nuggies. Startled, her parents apologized for upsetting her and tried to console their child. When she eventually calmed down, she told them everything. That she's been looking into every option available so she wouldn't have to turn into a Dragonite. That she didn't want to become like her parents because she found them aesthetically upsetting. Dratini knew how cruel she sounded towards her parents, but she knew they deserved her honesty. And they'd be lying if they said it didn't hurt to hear such concerns coming from one of their child. But they were good parents and tried their best to be understanding. They told her that going through with the procedure seemed far too risky, that maybe she should consider opting from evolving into a Dragonite instead. Dratini forgot that that was even an option, that she could evolve into a Dragonair and not become a Dragonite, if that's what she wanted. She realized her concerns were frightfully silly and couldn't help but laugh at herself. Then they all shared a group hug, having gone through a major breakthrough together that solidified their familial bond. Years later, Dratini, now a Dragonite, would look back at this memory with a lot of resentment. She did her best to remain as Dragonair, but kept running into a lot of unforeseen obstacles. For one, she had a hard time getting work because nobody wanted to hire someone who looked like a minor, despite being of age. Second, her dating pool shrunk significantly because nobody wanted to date someone who looked like a minor. And thirdly, she got real sick of being carded every time she went out for a drink. Societal pressures eventually forced her to evolve into a form she despised. Her genealogy became a prison from which she cannot escape. I'm your mom's second cell phone, and this has been another episode of Pokemon Phax. Please like, comment, and subscribe for more factual Pokemon facts. Have a wonderful Pokemon day.